Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. This is dealing with your boy, or should I say the R.I.P, who is Blac Youngsta. Now check this out. The feds got Blac Youngsta indicted based on the lyrics that implicated himself and the heavy camp shooters that backdoored Young Dolph and N Makedas. Now you got people around that's like, why y'all keep putting this on CMG, Blac Youngsta, heavy camp? They did it to themselves. Blac Youngsta is still doing it to this day. It's almost going on a year based on Young Dolph untimely demise, and Blac Youngsta still out there doing croonish activity, man. So that has nothing to do on no YouTubers, no bloggers, no reporters. This is all Blac Youngsta put it on himself. Again, like I stated before, even Young Dolph stated before his untimely demise that Blac Youngsta basically picked up Yo Gotti beef, because even Young Dolph has stated he don't even know where Blac Youngsta came from on behalf of dealing with his beef. We familiar with the discontent between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph. But again, when Blac Youngsta came and picked it up, the people was like, where is it coming from? Again, not only that, Blac Youngsta kept it going. I mean, all kind of extra activities he was doing to basically put it on himself that he wanted something to do with Young Dolph being sent up. But before we get into it, let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to Young Dolph, condolences to the family, and much love to all my folks in Dolph land. Now check this out, man. Again, this is what the people got to understand. No one on social media or in the streets implicated Blac Youngsta in part of the whole Young Dolph Makedas setup. He did it to himself. He did it before and after. And I'm going to break down to you guys how the feds and the Alphabet Boys are on Blac Youngsta, the heavy camp. They're on the feds watch list. These guys are getting indicted. Questions need to be answered based on who, what, when, where. Who was what, when, and where. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get back to the story. Nobody told Blac Youngsta to pull up to Cat with 20 Bloods. Come on, man. This is right in the midst of Young Dolph and Blac Youngsta beef. Or should I say Young Dolph and Yo Gotti beef that Blac Youngsta picked up. So again, if y'all not familiar, about 2 years ago, maybe going on 3 now, Blac Youngsta decides to pull up with a bunch of Bloods in Cat State. Come on, man. Now, if he's not asking for some type of, you know what I'm saying, shootout, like what else is he asking for? You know what I'm saying? What if the guys had came out and was really on that nonsense? The only reason why they wasn't because Young Dolph had already told these guys to stand down. That's the reason why there was no extra activity to happen in Cat State during the time that Blac Youngsta rolled up in Cat State like 20 Bloods deep. Come on, man. That's like disrespectful. Why would you do that? That's like Young Dolph ain't never said, yeah, I'm about to take some of the Crips and some of the GDs over here to Blac Youngsta hood. Even though I know it's children, the youth is out here, but I don't care because I got to show my tail. Come on, I'm trying to tell y'all again, Blac Youngsta, he placed this all on himself. All right. So again, him rolling up to Cat State 20 Bloods deep, that's one instance. Okay. Now again, y'all got to understand, he trying to play tough, thinking somebody intimidated by his circus acts in South Memphis, when that's not the case at all. Some people just don't have time to engage, or some people at the time, they weren't paying attention to it because they had other things going on. So the time when they did partake or notice, like it was probably like a day or 2 later. You feel what I'm saying? So check this out, man. This is something that's very intriguing as well. Blac Youngsta and his heavy camp guys was in South Carolina the same day Young Dolph had the 100 shots sent his way in 2017. Again, in 2017 in South Carolina, when Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying, was after his show, Blac Youngsta and the heavy camp guys was out in South Carolina the same day that Young Dolph was there. That's the reason why Blac Youngsta and the CMG guy and the heavy camp guy was arrested behind the whole Young Dolph 100 shots being sent at him. Come on, man. Again, that's the reason why he was picked up. Yeah, they was not charged because, again, like I explained to you guys before, They paid them people off, and the courts fined Blac Youngsta or the heavy camp guys to have no motive behind the 100 shots being sent at Young Dolph. This what they can do when the proper people is paid off. Even dealing with this whole Young Dolph being sent up, the proper people are in position to make sure that we don't get the justice that we're looking for at this point, and it's gonna be some time. That's the reason why the Dolph fan supporters just gotta be patient dealing with this whole case. You understand? Alright, I'm gonna break down another instance. Again, this is all a continuance of Blac Youngsta putting it on himself that he wanted everything to do with Young Dolph being sent up. Now, check this out. Blac Youngsta made diss songs towards Young Dolph after his untimely demise, which was a distasteful gesture even to the street guys. What I'm saying, and I know y'all familiar with the story, is when Blac Youngsta chose to go to a cemetery rapping about Young Dolph, talking about he ain't saying much down, this and that, got the blicky all in the cemetery. Come on, man. Again, even a lot of street guys seeing that as very distasteful, because even they like, if you really behind it, you won't be showcasing yourself. And what's happening is that even if you don't have nothing to do with it, you making sure that everybody vouches that you did have something to do with it. Come on, man. Again, this ain't the bloggers, the reporter. This is all the acts coming from Blac Youngsta himself. Because like I said, he was paid to make sure he detoured any type of attention that was coming towards Yo Gotti way when it was dealing with Young Dolph untimely demise. Because the people was on Yo Gotti, they was on his head. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why the CMG guys, they couldn't do shows in Memphis like that. Not just in South Memphis, all over, because that's Dolph land. Based on how much respect and admiration them folks in South Memphis had for Young Dolph. That's the reason why they seen him as a little more understanding and a little more willing to aid and assist the people more than Yo Gotti, who feel that his head got too big for the people. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get back to this Blac Youngsta story. Now, Blac Youngsta led his croonies to promote FPRE and Young Dolph. Man, come on, man. Again, when he signed Big J90, he got it all on social media to tell Big J90, FPRE, and Young Dolph. Come on, man. Young Dolph, again, he been sent up it's been almost going on a year. You know what I'm saying? In another 2 months, basically. You know what I'm saying? And here, Blac Youngsta, he's still pushing those antics. That's the reason why the feds is still on him, because of what he's continued to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's so even interesting is Dolph never signed people or doing features with people based on the strength that they got beef with CMG. You know what I'm saying? He do it based on the strength that they work ethic, or if they dope, you know what I'm saying? If it's something that it could be an even exchange of barter, you know what I'm saying? My song for your song, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? But y'all see right now, the heavy camp artists not getting no love showing. And that's from Lil Migo to Big J90. The artist that Blac Youngsta just signed who dissed PRE and Young Dolph for a chain. Y'all know Big J90, a CMG camp pawn. Again, y'all know that Blac Youngsta gave him a chain to be part of the heavy camp because he's a CMG/heavy camp pawn. And that's real. But hey, y'all want to stay updated? Just stay in tune. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.